ES Audio.
Hello, I'm Mark Blunden and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, why has Blizzard Entertainment's Overwatch been down for a while? But first, Kim Kardashian has agreed to pay a fine of $1.26 million or £1.12 million to settle a legal case after advertising the Ethereum Max pump and dump scheme to millions of followers on her Instagram page. The US Securities and Exchange Commission says the reality TV star earned $250,000 for advertising the cryptocurrency without disclosing the fact. As part of the deal, she also agreed not to promote crypto asset securities for 3 years, while Kardashian's lawyer says she is pleased to have resolved the matter. Kardashian, along with boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr., basketball player Paul Pierce, and Ethereum Max's creators were sued by investors in January as the coin plunged in value by 97% since its launch in 2021. Now, tensions escalated after North Korea fired an intermediate-range ballistic missile over Japan in the most significant such test by the authoritarian state since January. It also marks the first time Kim Jong-un's regime has launched a missile over Japan in 5 years and is the fifth weapons test by Pyongyang in 10 days. The office of the Japanese Prime Minister says at least one missile was fired over the country by North Korea, which reportedly landed in the Pacific Ocean. The launch sparked a J alert to residents in northeastern parts of the country to evacuate, as PM Fumio Kishida called the incident a reckless act. Next, it's a long way from the Red Planet, but an interplanetary rover is being tested at a quarry near Milton Keynes as part of a study it's hoped could lead to it carrying out future explorations on the Moon and Mars. Airbus has been working on the Sample Fetch rover program since 2018, and quarry testing is the next step as it provides a unique rocky landscape for the trials.
Well, we've been here for 2 weeks now, and we're basically testing this prototype rover. Particularly the autonomous navigation. So it's a system of systems. You've got the wheels, the chassis, the brain, the computer, the cameras.
That's Airbus testing project lead, Ben Dobka.
With the Artemis program happening at the end of the decade, probably the focus will start shifting to the moon. So any lunar rovers or autonomous vehicles on the moon, this software could certainly be applied to that in the future.
It comes as NASA says the launch of its Artemis mission will be put back until at least the middle of November, following the devastation wrought by Hurricane Ian.
I think there's still some avenues for Martian robotic exploration in the future, whether it's in support of human landings or not. It can also be applied to future helicopters on the moon.
Now,
Let's go smash some heads!
Overwatch has been offline as Blizzard Entertainment readies its mega servers for the launch of Overwatch 2. The game was down for 27 hours ahead of the free-to-play session of its successor. Changes will include all but retiring maps for the likes of Hanamura and Temple of Anubis, while 6 hero teams will be replaced with 5 hero teams. It comes 6 years after the title was launched for the PlayStation 4, Windows PC and Xbox One, while Activision Blizzard made its big push into esports with the Overwatch League. COVID news now. Yes, it's very much still here, and more than 1.1 million people in the UK tested positive for the virus in the week ending September the 20th, up from 927,000 in the previous week. In London, an estimated 1.79% of the population are thought to have been infected with the virus in the week ending September the 17th. You'll have to pay for a lateral flow test these days, but people who may be able to get one for free include those eligible for COVID treatment, people in care homes, those admitted to hospital, and NHS workers. Let's go to the ads. Coming up, new NFT craze and the future of Christmas treats. Why not hit rate and follow in the meantime? Welcome back. We reported not so long ago about the much-awaited Edit Tweet feature coming into force for some Blue service users as a test. Well, Twitter users in Canada, Australia and New Zealand can now edit their tweets if they've paid a subscription fee, and the function's only live for 30 minutes after posting. Those who've paid up for the Twitter Blue service can change their posts, but the company says it's still not available to its main US market or here in the UK. So how do you know if a post you're reading's been edited? You'll see a pencil icon appear next to the tweet, and users must pay about $5 a month for the privilege. If you thought the non-fungible token trading craze was so 2021, think again, because it's now web domain style names, but made into NFTs that are changing hands for tens of thousands of pounds or dollars. So what's the use in owning these? Well, think of it a bit like a personalised car number plate, as the owner of the domain name can use it to replace the string of 16 numbers and letters in their digital wallet address. The likes of wallet.crypto sold for $250,000. Coin.crypto was traded for $100,000, while beer.eth went for almost $40,000. In fact, now, .eth names were the fourth most traded type of NFT on OpenSea in September, and the market there is now apparently worth $12.5 million. And finally, they're among Britain's favourite festive chocolates. Well, unless you're a Roses fan. And now the makers of Quality Street have announced their wrappers are going recyclable. Nestle says the individual cellophane packaging will change to fully recyclable paper in the next 3 years. Quality Street is the confectionery giant's second brand to introduce paper, after Smarties changed to recyclable paper packaging last year. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for The Leader from the Evening Standard here in London, and Tech and Science Daily is back on Wednesday at 1 p.m.